Hey guys, back with another update. The original plan was for me to do an overview of the slasher movies I own on DVD, but as I went through my collection I realized there's way too many to show in just one video. So I'm going to come up with something, maybe do an 80s slasher video or 90s through 2000s. I don't know yet. I'll come up with something though, but while I was going through the DVDs, I came across some titles that, I don't see shown a lot in other YouTube videos, and I don't see people talking about it a lot, so I thought I would do a random video here. I don't really know the purpose, but just picked out 10 random DVDs in my collection that don't get really a lot of exposure on YouTube, and I figured I'd just show them to you guys, and then you guys can let me know what you guys think of them, if you've seen them, if you own them, and whatnot. So first up we have The Company of Wolves. This is the Hen's Tooth video release. Pretty good movie. Haven't watched it in a few years. Watched it when I first got the DVD. Also watched it quite a few times when I was younger. Kind of a scary fairy tale type movie, got some pretty cool scenes in there, some cool images throughout. But as I said, I've never really seen this video shown on anyone else's YouTube videos. And I mean, I'm sure it has, I'm sure these have all been shown at some point, but to go through every single person's YouTube videos and DVD updates, just going by what I've seen and what I haven't seen, never really came across this, I don't think so. Just thought I would show it in this update. Next, a movie that I actually watched not too long ago. This is Boot Camp, the unrated MGM DVD release. Didn't really know this movie existed up until I purchased the DVD. The real attraction to me here was, it stars Mila Kunis and Gregory Smith. Mila Kunis, obviously, of That 70s Show, and Gregory Smith of Everwood and Rookie Blue. Huge fan of That 70s Show, huge fan of Everwood. Everwood's one of my favorite shows of all time, so definitely needed to check it out when I found out they starred in this movie together. It is definitely pretty good overall, I mean, none of the movies in this collection are going to be masterpieces. I'm sure that's why people haven't really shown them off, Some people might not like them, but I actually enjoyed this movie. It's pretty good, definitely intense, some really good scenes. But I enjoyed it, so I think it's definitely worth checking out if you guys can find this DVD. Next, Paper House. I may have shown this in a really old video that I posted, probably sometime last year or the year before, but I'm not sure. Great movie. I really like this movie a lot. This is actually a Region 2 import, I believe. It has not been released in Region 1. Had to import this one because I do like the movie a lot. Very surreal movie. Really cool storyline. I've always enjoyed the storyline. Thought it was really original. The disc there, chapter index. But again, don't see too many people talking about this. Also, these DVDs that I'm showing, just because they're kind of rare movies doesn't necessarily mean they're out of print. This one I do believe might be out of print now, as well as the next one. And that is the Willys. And also comes with Under Wraps as a bonus DVD. Now the movie The Willys is not actually out of print, but this actual DVD set is, it contains, as I said, the Willys, and also contains bonus movie Under Wraps. So this edition, is fairly rare now. But the point of including it here is that, the Willys, I don't see that talked about too much, and I really, really like that movie a lot. I actually just watched it a couple days ago again with my son. Thought I'd get him into it. He's into the horror stuff too. He's just 8, but he really likes the scary stuff, and I thought it was, just his speed. He really enjoyed it. It's nothing too scary. It's nothing too graphic or anything, but just a really good, really good group of scary stories. Some silly, some pretty cool images. But really, really love the Willys. Always loved it growing up as well. And Under Wraps, that's kind of a Disney Channel Halloween movie. They play a lot, but it's pretty cool that they included it here in this 2-pack. You see, it's actually on 2 separate discs too, which is cool. It's not just a flipper disc or the 2 movies crammed on one. So Willys. Next, Survival Island, also known as 3. This is a Showtime movie. And it's one of those movies that, every time it comes on Showtime, I seem to find myself watching it. It's not the best movie, but for whatever reason, it usually just draws me in. It's got some cool scenes. Basically, 3 people stuck on an island, and it's Kelly Brook, and she's married to Billy Zane in the movie. And then you have the other guy who's kind of the enemy of Billy Zane because he's after the wife, and I don't know. It's just interesting story of 3 people stuck on an island together and how they're going to survive, and then of course the tagline is 3 arrive, 1 survives. I mean, it's pretty obvious which one does, but I'm not going to give anything away. Again, another movie, haven't seen anybody really talk about before, so just thought I'd give it some exposure here on YouTube. Next, little Cory. I got this DVD really cheap sometime last year, I believe, maybe a little bit even longer than that. But it's basically an independent film. Nothing too extraordinary about it, but it's pretty good. It's definitely watchable. The cover always reminded me of Basket Case for some reason, even though it's not in a basket or anything. But I don't know. I think it kind of just reminds me of the original Basket Case cover for some reason. You get the tagline: "It's not safe to stay inside." Pretty cool, decent watch. Should definitely check it out, I guess. Next, The Hole. I really liked this movie when I first saw it, I gotta say. I first watched it when I had gotten this DVD, and I definitely think it has an intense kind of storyline. Basically, a bunch of friends, they go in this hole in the ground, and they get trapped in there when it gets sealed shut, and they're basically stuck underground, and no one knows they're there. It sounds kind of simple, but it really is quite scary when you think about it, when you kind of put yourself in their shoes. I know I definitely wouldn't want to be trapped. It's kind of a claustrophobic type movie. You get a lot of drama involved, obviously, with the group that's stuck under there, but definitely cool, definitely worth checking out. I really suggest this movie. Next, we have A Name for Evil, Get Out or Die. Those cheap type DVDs, from Diamond Entertainment, but pretty cool. Again, not the best movie, not the scariest movie. Kind of cheesy in parts, and also kind of boring in parts, I guess. Despite it being only 74 minutes, there are certain scenes that tend to drag. But I remember having an old VHS of this when I was younger, so I thought it was pretty cool to get it on DVD. And as I said, again, I really don't hear too many people talking about this movie, so just thought I'd include it in this video update. And we have The House of Usher. I caught this movie one time on TV in one of the movie stations, and probably caught it halfway through and watched it till the end. I don't know really what it was about it. I think it was probably the girl who caught my eye. She's a pretty good looking chick, and turned it on, and there she was, so whatever. I guess I got drawn in by the beauty, but the movie's not the best. Kind of strange, kind of confusing. But of course, it came on again maybe a few days after that, and I ended up watching it from the beginning just to see what I had missed. And like I said, I've definitely seen worse, but again, it's not the best movie you're gonna see. But I don't know how many people have seen this, so if you have, comment below, let me know what you think. And finally, one of my favorites when I was younger, My Boyfriend's Back. Definitely, one of those silly kind of comedies. The zombie, the girl's boyfriend dies, comes back as a zombie, of course. Cool thing about this, you got Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's actually right there. Really young in this, and I thought it was interesting when I watched it back. Probably watched it like a year or two ago, and noticed them, and thought it was pretty strange since now he's doing a lot bigger things than this. But always liked this movie. Some really funny parts. Just really kind of cheesy. Almost like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. It's pretty cool. Really enjoyed that. So. That's it for now, guys. As I said, there's nothing. It's not like these are rare DVDs or out of print or valuable and whatnot. But I don't see them showing off a lot, so I figured I would just include them in a video. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've seen these movies, if you own them, what you think about them, and subscribe. And I appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.